this morning we're headed up to the Copper Country, learning a bit more about quite a unique sport. Ansley Watson is there this morning to tell us more about curling. Good morning, Ansley.
Good morning, Vicki. That's right. I'm in Calumet, standing in the Copper Country Curling Club, and I'm so excited. I've never done this before. As you can see behind me, Gary is preparing the ice for us, and we're going to talk all about the sport, how you play it, what you do, talk about the equipment, such as this, the broom. We're going to talk about how you use it. So stay with us. Reporting live in Calumet, Ansley Watson, TV6 News.
All right, have fun with that, Ansley. Thank you very much. We'll check in a little bit later on. I remember Gordon McLean, who is one of the presidents up in the curling club, when we had the Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
He Skyped back with us and told us how they were doing.
It was a good time.
It was.
Cool.
We've got some good connections. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
We're the Copper Country Curling Club joining us this morning, talking a little bit more about what it is that draws them to the sport. Ansley Watson is there this morning to tell us more about it. Good morning, Ansley.
Good morning, Vicki. So I just learned that you are able to become a pro sweeper. That is my goal here before I'm leaving today. I'm joined by the president of the Copper Country Curling Club. There we go. Gary Lassila, thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks for coming.
No problem. So let's talk about kind of where curling even came from. Where did the sport start?
It started back in Scotland, really way back like in the 1500s. They played on frozen lochs and frozen rivers, and that's where it started.
Wow, okay, so talk to me about the equipment here. We are seeing them play a little bit behind us. We've got a rock and a broom, correct?
Right, the basic equipment, all you really need are the stones, the brooms for brushing, the ice. People will wear a slippery device on the bottom of their feet, and that's basically all you need to play.
Talk to me about the stones. What are they made out of?
They're made out of granite that's from Scotland. That's the only place in the world that all the stones come from, is two different quarries in Scotland. They weigh 42 pounds, and you send them down the ice. And
is there a specific reason that they're 42 pounds?
That's just a standardized amount that they came up with.
All right. Now, I've always been curious about the sweeping. What does that do? Why does that help?
The sweeping will maintain the speed of the stone. So if the stone is thrown a little too lightly, the sweepers will sweep vigorously in front of the stone, and it'll keep going farther and actually straighter.
All right. Now, explain to me, how do you score points? What's the point of this?
The way the scoring goes is only one team scores at a time. So whoever has the stone closest to the center point will get a point. In this case, it's red. Okay. If red had the two closest, they would get 2 points, 3 points, 4 points if they have all the closest stones. Now, the way this stone is coming in, they're sweeping it vigorously, and they're trying to get it to take off that red stone, but it's just a little light.
Okay.
So that's actually a pretty decent shot. So in this scenario right there that they're showing, red would only score 1 point.
Okay.
Because they have the closest one, and yellow has the next one, so that breaks the string.
But yellow doesn't get a point then?
Nope, only red will get a point. Either one team scores or no teams. If there's nothing in play, then no teams would score.
What would be out of play?
Those stones like up front that aren't in the rings, those are still in play. Out of play is like if it hit the sidelines or it went too far or it didn't go far enough. Those would be taken out of play.
So it's two teams against each other, and then how many people are on a team?
4 people on a team, and we'll have one person. This person right here is like calling the shots. One person delivering the stone on the far end, and 2 people sweeping the stone. That's a team of 4.
Now we'll talk a little bit more about this in the next segment, but what is like the skill? What's the technique here?
Well, it's balance, it's finesse, it's strategy. It looks so easy, and maybe you'll try it later. It's actually pretty tricky. There's a lot going on, a lot to think about, and a lot of stuff going. So it's trickier than it looks.
Yeah, stay with us because I was practicing earlier, and you're laughing. You said I did good.
You did very good. You did very good. Yep.
Thank you. Now you're going to jinx me, and I'm going to look like terrible or something next.
No, you did great.
Thank you. Yeah, stay with us. We'll try out curling in the next one. Reporting live in Calumet, Ansley Watson, TV6 News.
Okay, have fun with that, Ansley. We were commenting. You said that you have quite the curling skill, don't you?
Yes, on the Wii. I am good at it on the Wii.
It's much safer that way.
It is. No, I don't ever slip.
Right, we'll have to warn Ansley that is ice out there, just so she's prepared this time.
Her past is coming to haunt her. Okay, we're getting ready for the day.
Welcome back. Well, this morning we're learning all about the great sport of curling. Ansley Watson is in Calumet visiting with the Copper Country Curling Club. Tell us a little bit more about it. And Ansley, I just want you to be extra careful. You are on ice again this morning.
I know. I was telling Donnie, I'm like, what am I, 1 for 3 or something about this? It's terrible. I hope that I will not fall on my head today. That's the goal. Anyway, yes, I'm here at the Copper Country Curling Club, and I'm joined with Gary Lassla. He's the president here. Good morning. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning. Thanks for coming.
So guess what we're going to do?
Curl?
We're going to curl. All right, so I'm going to get in position here, and you're going to tell us how it's done.
Take the mic. So get down in the position we had talked about earlier. Get yourself all the way down, get set, get the stone out in front of you. Okay, so it's going to go stone forward and then stone back, hips up, and drive out. Right, so we got that timing down, and we got 2 sweepers ready to sweep your stone to the other end. Forward, and slide out. Okay, good, good, good. Give it a little nudge. Okay, they're going to... It's heavy enough that they maybe don't have to sweep it, but it's a little bit offline. So,
me a little bit.
Oh, he bumped it. So now it's going right into the rocks, and it's a little bit. It's hard enough. It's right in there. So decent shot. It was a little bit offline, but that's basically it. You're ready for the Olympics.
I could be on the Olympics. Wow, I'm skipping the league completely.
Yep, sure.
So yeah, there does take a little bit of technique there. You're telling me that you have to push it, you have to release hard enough.
Right. It looks easy, but when you actually the balance and the turning of the stone, it gets kind of complicated.
Yeah.
But once you do it many times, it gets.
It's more of a you have to feel it.
You have to feel it, and it's just like a golf swing. You do it so much, then you don't have to think about it anymore.
Right. Talk to me one more time about sweeping. Earlier you said it's not actually melting the ice, it's just warming it, correct?
It's just warming it up and it creates a little lubrication effect. You're really scrubbing the ice. We call it brushing, but you're really scrubbing it so that really fast, really a lot of pressure, and then the stone will go straighter and it'll go farther.
Interesting. So talk to me, do you guys have leagues here? Do people come and just curl for fun? How does that work?
On Monday night, we have like college curling. So Michigan Tech and Finlandia are both in our area, and they have it. They just play pickup games, have fun. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have actual leagues, just like bowling leagues. Wednesday, we have a Learn to Curl league for brand new people. And then like on the weekends, we'll get group rentals that come in with families or companies, and they'll play for 2 hours, and it's a lot of fun.
It's so easy. It's so fun. How did you get into this?
When I was a little kid growing up, we got Canada TV, and just watching it, and it was so cool. And then when it finally came into our area, I jumped right on it, and it's been playing it for 10 years now. Wow.
So people who say play this in the Olympics, I guess how do you know you're Olympic able to be in it? What's the goal there? What's the skill level?
I don't know what they work at it so much. It's like their full-time job. They're probably practicing 4 or 5 hours a day. They work out and everything. And it's just like any sport, you just realize you're good enough to advance to the next level.
You think you're good enough? Could you be in the Olympics? Will you see there?
I'm not good enough, no.
Come on, you got this.
You're good enough.
Okay, well, okay.
Of course.
But one more thing, I don't think we mentioned it. I'm wearing something on my shoe here. What is this? What is this for?
You wear that on your shoe. That's called a slider, and basically it'll allow you to slide down the ice better. Okay. I have one built into the bottom of my shoe.
Wow.
And mine is even more slipperier than yours.
Right. And you guys are doing a little bit of renovations here, getting a nice warming center. That's so exciting.
Yep, we're upgrading our club quite a bit, always trying to upgrade. But the big one right there is we created a much nicer warm room, and it'll be like more social and a lot more fun, really.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Gary. This has been so much fun. Thanks for teaching me how to curl.
Thanks for coming.
No problem.
You did great.
Thank you. Reporting live in Calumet, Ansley Watson, and we'll be back with more of your TV6 Morning News after the break.